Okay, so hi guys. Alright, so, um, in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do this limit. Now, I don't think I have gone over limits in calculus, like, in the past, like a long time ago, but I'm kind of redoing this so I can show you all again how these are done. So now that we've done kind of the rational function limits, I kind of want to show you guys how to do these limits. So this is kind of, I guess it's going to be kind of like the first example of, of this kind of series where I do a few of these. I'm probably going to do 4 of these over the next few videos, just so y'all can see how these are done. But yeah, so in this problem, we have the limit as x approaches 0 of the square root of 1 plus x minus the square root of 1 minus x all over x. I did do this problem previously in the last, like a few minutes ago when I was doing this video, but I made a little tiny mistake. If y'all hear a dog barking, that's my dog. She barks all the time. So, let me go ahead and just write the problem. Let's see here. And so we have this, and what we're going to do is the following. So we're going to go ahead and say, so we have, if I do direct substitution, obviously, I'm going to substitute x equals 0, so I'm going to kind of just go ahead and see if I can grab this here, and there we go, and then just copy and paste. Hopefully it'll let me. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm just gonna... There we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and do direct substitution. And by the way, what I was gonna do here, and I was gonna go ahead and make this color-coded, so that way it's all color-coded. Let me go ahead and do that really quick, guys. Sorry. There we go. Excellent. Now, I'm going to plug in 0 for this, so we have the following thing here. The limit as x approaches 0 of the square root of 1 plus x. So 1 plus 0 by direct substitution, really, because we're doing this by direct substitution. We always do direct substitution when we find the limit to make sure that, if there are any 0 over 0 stuff, if there is any 0 over 0 stuff going on, we have to make sure that that gets taken out of the way. So we have the square root of 1 plus 0 minus the square root of 1 minus 0 all over 0. So we're just going to go ahead and simplify that. Square root of 1 minus the square root of 1 all over 0. And of course, this is just going to be 1 minus 1 over 0, which means 0 over 0, which means, oh no, right? We always say, oh no, because we don't like that. We don't like a 0 over 0 thing going on here. So now what do we do, right? Well, if you remember from, sorry guys, if y'all remember from algebra or pre-cal, we always do the conjugate. And so we have the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 plus x minus the square root of 1 minus x, I think is what it was. Yes, all over x. And we're going to go ahead and just multiply this whole thing by the conjugate of the top. The top is the following. So we have the square root of 1 plus x minus the square root of 1 minus x, and the conjugate is actually going to be the following: the square root of 1 plus x plus the square root of 1 minus x. So we're just going to do that for the top and the bottom as well. So that we're going to go ahead and put that in here, times the square root of 1 plus x minus the square root of 1 minus x. I'm sorry, plus, excuse me. Plus the square root of 1 minus x. So on top and bottom, right? All right, so now we have to multiply the top. Now, if you notice, the top is really a sum and difference pattern. You know, if you don't remember sum and difference pattern, it's going to be a squared. Let me write it down really quick, guys. All right, so this is the sum and difference pattern, guys. And so that's what we're going to do here. So if you think about it, you know, that we can really make this into the square root of 1 plus x quantity squared minus the square root of 1 minus x quantity squared all over. And the bottom, we're just going to do some parentheses on the bottom. So this is going to be multiplied to this, but we're going to do it in parentheses because we don't want to distribute that x in. You never do that for the bottom. So that's kind of a key thing to remember, is that we never distribute the bottom. Never distribute. We keep it in factored form because at the end it's going to cancel out. Something is going to cancel out in there. Now the square root of 1 plus x quantity squared, that's obviously just going to be 1 plus x. So that's this part. And then minus, and then the square root of 1 minus x quantity squared, that's just going to be 1 minus x. We're going to put it in parentheses though. So it's going to be 1 minus the quantity 1 minus x. Right? You have to put parentheses because you're subtracting here. You're subtracting two different things. So we always, when we subtract, we always put parentheses. And then on the bottom, it's just x times the square root of 1 plus x plus the square root of 1 minus x. So that's what we have there. And now we'll just do a little bit of algebra. So distribute this in here. We have 1 plus x minus 1 plus x all over x times the square root of 1 plus x plus the square root of 1 minus x. Hopefully I'm doing that right. Yeah, so then we look at our like terms. It's just algebra at this point. We look at our like terms and we see that these two cancel out. And we also see that there are two x's here. So we're going to combine them and that'll give us 2x on the top. So this here on the top will be 2x, right? Oops. Sorry about that, guys. 2x here on the top. And then on the bottom is going to be x times the square root of 1 plus x plus the square root of 1 minus x. Now look at on the top, we have to make sure that, you know, because obviously there's something that cancels out there, right? If you really look closely, it's the x that cancels out. So of course, this and this are going to cancel out. So then we have 2 over, let me do a ruler actually, so that way my lines are, I mean, not to be a perfectionist or anything, but sometimes I feel like my lines are so squiggly. All right. All right, so now we have 2 over the square root of 1 plus x minus the square root of 1 minus x. So now we're going to say the limit as x approaches, I think it was it 1? Oh my god, I don't even remember. It's on the very left. X approaches 0. I'm sorry, as x approaches 0, not 1. And also, I keep making that mistake. It's plus, not... I need to make sure it's plus, not minus. We're not subtracting on the bottom. So, square root of 1 plus x plus the square root of 1 minus x. This is going to be 2, and we're going to do it by direct substitution again. So we're going to do 2 over the square root of 1 plus, and it's as x approaches, I keep forgetting, as x approaches 0. Sorry guys, I'm very forgetful. As x approaches 0, right? So we're going to do it by direct substitution. 2 over the square root of 1 plus 0 plus the square root of 1 minus 0. So here we have the limit, and we're just going to evaluate that, do a little bit of algebra, arithmetic. So we have 2 over the square root of 1 plus the square root of 1, which is equal to 2 over 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2 over 2, which is equal to 1. So I always like to, when I do my limits, I always like to write it as a full limit. So I would say the limit as x, or I would say thus. The limit as x approaches 0 of the square root of 1 plus x minus the square root of 1 minus x. I'm sorry guys, hold on. Minus the square root of 1 minus x. All over x is equal to, and it was 1, I believe. Yes, it was 1, is equal to 1. So that is what our answer would be for this, guys. I'm so sorry if I'm like really like kind of slow today. But yeah, this is how we would do this limit, guys. I know this was kind of a long one for me to explain, but with that being said, I really hope this does help, and if anybody does have any questions, please let me know. I also want, if you guys are subscribed to my channel, if you could please click the notification bell so that way you get updates on, or like, you know, updates on my channel for future, like for any future videos that I post. That would be great. I would really appreciate it. But with that being said, guys, if anybody does have any questions, please let me know. And also, please like, comment, and or subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye-bye.